So, check this out, people. I'm not Lou versus Wall Street, and I'm not Al from Boston. Apparently, those two guys are the ones who are leading the masses in this AMC play, right? And according to them, we, the retail investor, own 90% of AMC shares. Now, I'm just a regular guy, like everybody else, like the majority of the retail investors and AMC investor who's out there. And just like the everyday retail investor, I don't know much about the stock market. I'm self-taught and I'm self-trained. And I continue to teach myself and I continue to train myself so that I can be successful, just as successful as those people that we are fighting against. Now, I'm going to read something, right? Any one of you people can find this article. Just Google it. Now, I'm going to read this article. This article was updated May 12th of 2022 with Gallup's latest data pertaining to Americans' stock ownership. Washington, D.C., Gallup finds 58% of Americans reporting that they own stock based on its April economy and personal finance survey. This is an actual survey. This isn't street talk. This is slightly higher than the 56% measured in 2021 and 55% measured in 2020. But is not a statistically meaningful increase. In other words, it hasn't increased by much. Now, check this out. Stock ownership was more common from 2001 to 2008, when an average 62% of U.S. adults said they owned stock, but it fell after the 2007 to 2009 recession and has not fully rebounded. Now, why am I reading you people this article? The reason why I'm reading you people this article, and the reason why I mentioned Lou and Al, is because these people are feeding you bullshit. If this statement that I just read says that only, or statistically, 56% of Americans are invested in the stock market, if 56% of Americans are invested in the stock market, how is it that we own 90% of AMC's float when we're only 50% of the stock market and 56% of those invested in the stock market are not invested all in AMC? The 56% who are invested in the stock market are invested in the whole market, which tells me that a very small percentage of AMC stocks are owned by retail investor who doesn't have half the money that the hedge funds have. Now, if you don't believe me, people, all you have to do is Google how many people in America own stocks in the market, what the percentage is. Also, if we're going to talk worldwide, less than 75% of the world is invested in the stock market. So I don't understand all of these numbers that Lou threw out, that Trey threw out, that Al is throwing out and all these bullshit YouTubers keep throwing out. How is it that 58% of Americans are invested in the stock market, but we own 90% of AMC shares when we only make up 56% of shareholders in the market in general? 58 to be exact. 58% of us are invested in the market. So if 58% of all of us are invested in the market, that tells me that maybe 10% are invested in AMC. How is it that less than 10% of us who are invested in AMC own 90% of the shares? And who's making up these numbers? Because if you research where this information comes from, you will find that the streets say this. And who are the streets when you go on YouTube? Who says the streets are talking? Lou from Wall Street. If Lou from Wall Street says my dick is talking, everybody will start Googling, YouTubing. Hey, look, Lou's dick is talking. AMC is going to squeeze. And then that will be the new narrative. Bro, are you guys fucking idiots? Now, I'm just a regular guy out here talking. But if you want real DD, real TA, I just gave it to you. Get your money, people.